In the past few months, our motorcycle group has shifted from 3 Indian Chieftains and 1 Victory Magnum to 2 Indian Chieftains, 1 Victory Magnum and 1 Indian Challenger, with 1 Lonely and 109R, I guess to add some muscle in there. But that's not the topic for today. But as I promised, let's talk about what happened to the Indian Chieftain. With many things in life, stuff just happens. Back in June of this year, the Indian Chieftain came in contact with the deer. Of course, the Indian Chieftain smacked the deer, and luckily, my uncle only got away with a tad bit of road rash and of course the bruised ego, but the bike was left with a lot of front end damage. I wasn't there, so I did get the call shortly after it happened, and I remember just having a conversation with him about being careful on that road because we've ridden that road many times, but deer and wildlife just happen a lot in the country. But once they got the bike home, we gave it our own look over thinking, maybe it would just be cosmetic fixes. But those fixes, of course, bring a high bill of their own. And once you send it to a shop and they get their hands on it, what you thought was an easy fix ends up being a bigger issue. But the situation happened around the time COVID-19 was ramping up and governments were shutting down their economies. And the wait to get someone to come over and look at the bike took a while, but once the okay was given to us by the insurance agency to get the bike to the shop, that's when we got the bigger picture. And with the cosmetic damage that we were able to see, there's also frame damage around the neck area and front end play around the steering column, which, according to the insurance adjuster, and we already know where this is going, it ended up being a complete total. So yeah, they totaled the bike. And of course, one of us could have bought the bike back from the auction, but we would have needed cash up front for that, and we would have had to certify with the DMV that it was roadworthy, that it was being fixed, along with the receipts. And of course, there's the whole scar of a salvaged or rebuilt title on the bike. And I didn't have the cash to do that, so, c'est la vie. But the biggest heartache in all of this came from the loss of the sweat equity that was put into that Indian Chieftain. From the time that we installed the windshield to the slight fringe add-ons that many of you didn't like, but he did. The floorboards, the custom headlight, and let's not forget the zombie baffles, those Reinhardt tips. And of course, that 585 cam setup. Just like that, the new cams are put in and they got everything back together. Now he's putting the cam cover back on. Just like that, man. It didn't take him about 30 minutes. About 30 minutes, right? Yeah. So now once they get everything back together, they gotta do some stuff with the tuner and then they're gonna get on the dyno. We get to hear it scream and see some numbers.
Yeah, I know. You just took it off and walked away. I know. it's like you're not a squirrel.
So you were supposed to work on it and you didn't.
Right.
Yeah. I was gonna help. I got sidetracked. So who's gonna dyno it?
Well, that'd be me.
That'd be you?
So
you're not gonna put it up there and walk away, right?
No. Unless I gotta do that too.
I'll see this through. I swear. We're gonna see this all the way through. Little port right there, the oxygen sensor.
all of that is gone. But, you know, I guess the beautiful side to this is whoever ends up with that engine is going to be in for a surprise, because you can't really tell what that bike has in it just by the appearance. Of course, we all become attached to our motorcycles and the things that we do to them. But unfortunately, this Indian Chieftain is no more. So, well, at least to us anyway. But the memories that we've spent with that bike and the fun we've had with it, unfortunately, that's all we have left of it. And of course, all the videos.
Wait, we're gonna go 1, 2. Let's take it. Woo.
The deed is done.
I don't want to have an accident, but so far so good on this thing, man. With this 585 cam in it, the delivery is just, oh, it feels so good. It's so close to 116 in that lope, but it feels like it's not too much. It is just enough. It's almost as if the Thunderstroke should have came this way. But then this is Lloyd's cam. This isn't Indian's cam, so I don't really know what Indian's cam feels like in this bike, but I do know what the 116 feels like. But again, it is very close, but it is so good.
But with the catch-22 that insurance is, he now has the Challenger, and here we are, still matte and still white, just in a different but faster package.
This is the first time this bike is touching the ground in Alabama, right? Woo!
But yeah, thumbs up if you like the vibe, and subscribe if you like Indian Chieftains and Indian Challengers. And also the idea of adding my own to the tribe very soon. Catch y'all in the next one.